Well, hello everybody. Happy Tuesday and happy Tea Tuesday. It is almost 8 o'clock in the evening, but I got home from work. That knee and that leg is still bothering me a lot, and we're really busy at work, so I'm on my feet a lot. So anyways, I got home and got us some leftovers for dinner tonight, and just had to relax that knee, and then I came to do the video. But anyways, this is Tea Tuesday. If you're not familiar with Tea Tuesday, which I'm sure most of you are, it's an open collab that is hosted by myself and my sweet friend Kathy over at Kathy's Favorite Things. We've been doing this Tea Tuesday now, I want to say, for at least 3 years. Lots of people participate. Anybody can participate. All you do is put the hashtag in, all lowercase, Tea Tuesday. Talk about what you want or do what you want and drink what you want. So my drink of choice for tonight is just some water. Just good old Crystal Geyser spring water. And I have a tag that I was tagged in it's called the Holly Jolly tag. And I was tagged by Home Life with Rebecca and also by Mrs. Peach Thrifty Living. Both ladies tagged me in this, and it is 22 questions. Okay, so I think that's all of them. I hope so. Okay, so I'm gonna get started on here. I'm not gonna tag anybody because Christmas season is almost over technically. After the new year, of course, we go right into Valentine's, right? But anyways, I'm not going to tag anybody because it's late in the season, but it's a cute tag, so I want to do it anyway. And then I have another tag that I made up myself that I'm going to do in a later video. So, okay, here we go. Question number 1, what makes the holidays special to you? Mainly having family and my grandkids around. So family, my husband, my sons, their wives, and my grandkids, and any kind of family, you know. I wish my brother was here with us sometimes, and yeah, all family. But family makes me happy for the holidays. What is my favorite Christmas song? Well, if I want to go traditional, I guess I would be like Oh Holy Night or Silent Night. But I do love that song, I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, and it's a cute song. So I have a lot of favorite songs. The other day, my grandson and I sang Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and you better watch out, you better not shout, you better not pout, I'm telling you, it's a Santa Claus that's coming to town. So he knows all those, and he's only 6, and he knows all of those. So we were singing those the other day when we were in the back craft room crafting together. Favorite candy at Christmas time? Well, I like peppermint flavored anything, but I don't really like to suck on like a peppermint hard candy. But I like peppermint pie, the peppermint cream pie, like those are Duke made, or peppermint bark, or that kind of stuff I like. And I also really, it's just something about Christmas time that I like fudge. I didn't have any fudge this year, but I do like fudge. So, okay. Where do I spend my holidays? Usually home, or at one of our, my son's house, or my husband's brother. My brother-in-law has had us over for Christmas several times. So we just stay local. We don't travel out of town for Christmas. So we either stay home or we go to one of our relatives. What are some things you can't live without? I don't know. I mean, I can't live without family, right? You love your family. What can't you live without? I really don't know. It's not like I have to have any certain thing. So I guess I'll just say family to that. Dream place to spend Christmas. I always said that I wanted to have a white Christmas because living in California, where I live, it does not snow here. And so we used to go to Lake Elmwood, which is about 3 hours from here. And as a kid growing up, we went there all the time in the winter and the summer, and it snows there. So I always kind of wanted to have a white Christmas and spend it up there in a cabin somewhere. But then I really don't want to because I want to be home with my family. So in a perfect world, I guess maybe if I went somewhere, my sister, she moved to Kansas and she had her first white Christmas when she moved there. She said she felt like it was like a Hallmark movie. So, I mean, it would be fun to have a Christmas in the snow somewhere, but I don't know. I don't dream about like, oh, going to the Bahamas or, you know, some exotic place on Christmas. I'd rather just be home for Christmas. Ever been caught under the mistletoe? Honestly, I don't think I ever have. Colored lights or white lights? I do like both. When I do my mantle up, I didn't do it this year, but I usually put just white lights up there and it's so beautiful. But I tend to, when I decorate my tree or if we were to hang lights on the house, I like colored lights. So I do like both. So, favorite holiday tradition? I guess it would be baking cookies. And I used to like have a big splurge baking weekend, and I would start on Friday afternoon and I would bake all day Friday, all day Saturday. And then Sunday I would plate up all the cookies and we would go deliver them all over the place to all our friends and family and different people. And I would do like, oh my gosh, probably like 50 platters of cookies. And I loved doing that. However, as I'm getting older now, that doesn't sound so fun to me because my back would kill me. But I do love baking and just on a way lower scale, like just share with our kids or my husband's sister, her husband, so our brother-in-law, he likes certain cookies that we have, or just take them to work on a lower scale. But I still love to bake at the holiday season, and I also love to watch the Baking Network Christmas bake-off, holiday bake-off. That's a big thing I like to do. And I like to watch Christmas movies. So those are some favorite holiday traditions. Most memorable Christmas memory. I kind of tried to think about this and think about all the different things that have happened that stuck in my head. And I have to say there was a time, I think I was like 12, and we opened up all our presents. My mom always went way overboard on us. We always got tons and tons of presents as a kid growing up. I mean, each one of us, 4 kids, would probably get 15 or 20 presents. And it's not that they were super expensive, but she always had just a lot of presents for us. Clothes and toys, dolls, games, you know, whatever. And so I think I was like 12. And she gave me a doll because I always wanted a doll. And I say she, my dad did too. But I remember my mom telling me that was the last year I could have a doll because she felt that I was too old for dolls. So I couldn't have any more dolls, which really saddened me. And to this day, I love dolls. And I collected porcelain dolls for a long time. And yeah, so I've never gotten over dolls. I always loved dolls. But she told me it was the last year I was going to get a doll. And so I was kind of sad about that. We were all done opening presents, and it was Christmas morning. And we did most of our presents on Christmas Eve. But our big present we got on Christmas morning. And so that's where I got a doll. And then somebody rang our front door. And so I went out to the front door, and there was a 10-speed bicycle. And I was so shocked because I didn't ask for a bike. And I was just so excited. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't cry or anything, but I was so excited about that. And that has always stuck out with me. So it must have been a great memory because I still remember it, and I'm 59 years old. So, Favorite holiday meal? Well, so for a long time, my grandmother always would make a soupish, which is a Portuguese, it's kind of like a Portuguese stew slash soup, with like a brisket in it, and you take really hard old bread and you soak it in the broth. It's really super good. But originally it started out to be it's a poor man's meal, but now it's, famous with Portuguese people that they eat it. And so my grandmother always made that, so that was a very favorite holiday meal. And then as we got older, my brother, he's younger than me, but he loved to cook, and so he always cooked paella, which is it's a Spanish dish. My grandfather was from Spain, and it's kind of like cioppino with the Italians, but it's rice with like 5 different kinds of seafood in it. So you would have like shrimp and scallops and white fish and different fish, and it's with saffron, and it's really super good. It's really expensive to make. I made it a few years for my kids, and then I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. But those were 2 of my favorite holiday meals. Favorite Christmas dessert? Like I said, it would be the peppermint cream pie, or I like cream pies at Christmas time. Chocolate cream, banana cream, coconut cream. But usually we're so full from our dinner, or we're so excited to get going on our presents, that we don't really focus in on the dessert so much. So open presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So growing up, and then with my children as well, we always opened the big one was Christmas Eve, and that was with all our family. So as a child growing up, it would be with my grandmother and grandfather and all my siblings and my aunts and uncles and cousins. They would all come usually to my parents' house, because they had the biggest house. So sometimes we'd go to my grandmother's, and but it was a big thing on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, you would wake up to stockings and your one present from Santa, and then we were off to church, and then we came back and just played with all the things that we got for Christmas Eve and from Santa, and then had a big formal Christmas dinner. So most of the presents were open on Christmas Eve, and then some on Christmas Day. Do you reuse your decor or buy new every year? Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine that somebody would buy new every year. No, we reuse. So we have things that I kind of started my collection over again after I got a divorce, and that was 21 years ago, 22 years ago. And so I have a lot of Christmas. I didn't even put half of it out this year, but no, I do not buy new. Sometimes I'll buy 1 or 2 things new a year. This year I only bought a few new things just from the Dollar Tree, and that was it. So but I definitely don't throw anything away unless it's damaged or something. But fake or real tree? So we do a fake tree because the real trees are just so messy, and they're really expensive now too. So this year we didn't even put a tree up. I don't think we've put a tree up here. Oh, we had a little like octagon, like 3-foot tree last year, but we haven't put a tree up in the last couple of years. My son did say he's coming home for Christmas next year with his 4 kids, which will mean we'll have a bigger Christmas. I'll put a tree up for that, but it will be fake. Least favorite holiday food? I don't know. If I don't like something, I'm not going to make it again. I don't think I have I'm not a very picky eater, so I don't have a least favorite holiday food. I don't think so. What Christmas character would you be, and why? I guess I would just want to be, I don't know, Mrs. Claus, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I would like to be Mrs. Claus. What Christmas movie would you like to be trapped in? Oh, goodness. I don't know about that. Maybe the Santa Claus one with Tim Allen, so I could go up to the North Pole and see that, the workshop where they have in the movie. I think as a child it would be so magical to see something like that. That's why I like that movie, because for a kid it's like it kind of explains to them about Santa, and the workshop at the North Pole at Santa's house seems so magical. So maybe the Santa Claus. Favorite Christmas scent definitely would be like pine, or the like the tree scents, or cinnamon. Love those scents. I love the holiday scents, but I love like the pine scents. It smells so good. Have you ever snuck a peek at your gifts? Honestly, no, I don't think so. I like to be surprised. I don't want to sneak a peek and then wonder, like ruin what my surprise is going to be later. So, no, I don't think so, because I don't like to ruin surprises. What is one of the most memorable gifts you were ever given? I think it was that 10-speed bicycle that I didn't know I was getting. So, yeah. So, all right. Well, that was the Holly Jolly tag that I was tagged by Rebecca and Joyce both. And thank you, you guys. It was fun to do. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. See you later. Bye-bye.